same leg. I want you to see how far down you can go to where you're like, oh girl, am I gonna make it back up? We don't know, but we're gonna try. Hello, cutie, Tawny Janae here. This is your lower body Pilates. So you're using socks to get you that Pilates reformer type resistance from anywhere, whether you're a beginner or you're super advanced, you're gonna get a burn down. This is it. Stay here with me, yes. Remember, this is a part of a two-part collection. So we've got the abs and the booty. Right now is all about the booty, but don't forget your abs, girl, okay? So we're get to start in a high lunge position, all right? Choose a side, any side. Just kidding. You're doing your left with me first. So standing on your left foot, straighten your right leg back behind you and tuck the toes, right? You're probably on a hard surface because we're wearing socks. And fun fact, you can do this with sliders on carpet if needed. Right side is super long. I just want you to try on lunging into the left knee, lowering, and sliding, coming back up. Notice you have to really dig through your left heel as you come up, right? To get yourself all the way up. I want you to come all the way up to a place where your right leg is still straight and you can still straighten your left leg. Yes? So sliding back, super long, straight, streamlined right leg. Every time you lower, I want you to get a little bit deeper. How low can you go? Just like a normal Pilates class, slower is better, yes? So the slower you go, the more the burn, the more the sculpt. It's really a time under tension thing. We're working type 2 muscle fibers. Good. Just 3 more like this. 2 more just like this. Seeing just how low you can go. Making sure that the left knee is all sorts of stable, so it's not wiggling and wobbling to the sides. Think about using your left glute to make the movement happen because you really want to target the booty. Now stay here and pulse. So you're going to get low in your lunge and simply pulse in and out just a little for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Take a breath with me. Same, but different. You get to curtsy back behind you. Right leg goes back behind you at an angle. Yes, if you want to see a front-facing view, just to get an idea of how far I'm going, there you go. And then come all the way back up. Just like that. We slide down so slowly and thoughtfully, coming all the way back up. How are your hip points? Can you keep them facing forward so you're not opening your hips as the leg goes back? You're keeping them squared to the front, working the super outer booty glute. Yes. Slowly lower and lift all the way up. Just like we did in the high lunge on the same leg. I want you to see how far down you can go to where you're like, oh girl, am I going to make it back up? We don't know, but we're going to try. Getting the most out of your time here. Good. For 3. Yes. For 2. Take it so slow. Last one, make it count. And then hold, pause for a cause. We pulse. We stay right here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Take a deep breath in. You got this same side on the exhale. Lower into a 90-90 lunge. So notice my right foot didn't go that far back, right? 90-90 meaning 90 degrees in both of my legs. From here, with a more upright positioning of your shoulders, I want you to straighten the right leg back and then bring her in. Shoulders are trying to stay stacked over the hips. Core is super, super tight so you can control the right leg reaching back and coming back in. Beautiful. For 4, you can reach the hands forward if you'd like, a little counterbalance. For 3, take it slow, keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. Last 2. And 1, just come back to the 90-90 and pulse up and down. This is it. Stay here with me, yes, for 4, 3, last 2, 1, hold, just hold, stay. Encourage the shake. If you want to get all sorts of crazy, come to a releve in the front foot. Yes. Heel lift, squeeze everything in for 3, last 2, and 1. Come all the way up to standing, shake out your legs. That must feel so good to get off the right foot. I'm sorry, the left foot. We're coming on to the right. Yes. Give yourself a breath. If you need a sip of water, be good to yourself. Take that sip of water. We're sliding into the right side. Alrighty. Step into the right foot, just like we did on the left. Straighten the left leg now super straight, and just see how low can I reach my super straight, sexy left leg back and then still be able to come back up. If you need to start slow and just get used to the sensation, only going a little low and then slowly coming back up, good on you. Because this does require a lot of balance, a lot of stabilizing muscles. So it might be good to get familiar with the muscle. But if you're used to the Pilates, you can sink as far back as humanly possible to the point where you're like, girl, am I going to be able to get back up? And then you see, ooh, can I drive through my right heel enough? And think about my right glute enough to bring me all the way back up. Continuing to keep the left leg all sorts of straight the whole time. The slight leaning forward in the chest, like I'm doing, makes this a very glute heavy workout, which is what we want. I'm all about the glutes, babe. Good. Last 3. Sit as low as you can go, and remember to go slow. In Pilates, the slower the better. We're working the type 2 muscle fibers. We're going for time under tension to get that lengthening of the muscle, that toning, sculpting of the muscle. Good. Last one. Make her count. All the way up. Sink right back into it. We get to pulse. Good. Stay here. Just working a little bit in and a little bit out. Just like this for 4, 3, for 2. Last one. Come all the way up. Give the right foot just a little break. We take 1 solid breath in and out. If you need to pause me for a sip of water, but we're going right back into it. We get to do the same thing, but a little different. We curtsy. So the same leg, the left leg goes straight, curtsying back, reaching as far back as possible, and then coming all the way back up. So as you sit low, you're crossing the left foot behind the right, reaching at a diagonal, as if you were on a mat, reaching past the right corner of the mat, and then squeeze, hug everything in, and come back all the way up. The cool thing is, the more you keep your hips facing forward, meaning hips straight, not opening, the more you're going to get out of your right glute. And you can kind of feel why, because if you keep your left hip super forward, you're stretching the muscle, you're engaging. What a beautiful combination. Just 2 more. Take it all the way low and come all the way back up. Last one, sit low, stay low, pulse. Stay with me for just a few more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Give yourself a pat on the butt. Just one more thing on this leg, and then you know we're diggity done. So stay with me. Alrighty, we want even booty cheeks, so let's do this side with the same amount of attention. Slide your right foot back, come into a 90-90 lunge, and this time stack shoulders over hips. Extend, left leg straight. Use your core to not let your back arch, and pull her right back into 90-90, just like that. Straightening and bending. Try to initiate the movement from your right heel. That triggers your right glute. And the whole time commanding all of your core's attention, keeping her involved the whole time. Can you sit a little bit lower? Stay low for 3. Yes. Last 2. And when we hold, get low in your 90-90. Stay here. Little teeny tiny pulses for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now, last thing, you know it's the last thing. Let the shakes come. Stay. If you want to be crazy with me, come into releve on the right foot. Yes. Stay and hold. We accomplished 4 minutes on the left. Now we're doing 4 minutes on the right. Just 3 more seconds with me for 3, for 2, for 1. Yes. Give yourself a pat on the butt. That is not easy, but it is so worth it. We did 4 minutes on each side. This is a beautiful way to torch the core using socks. Socks are the bee's knees. Sometimes you don't need crazy props to get a crazy workout, but there's more to come. Remember to take the ab version. It's so good, and you're already here, right? Wherever you are, I hope you have the most beautiful day. Thank you for joining me on your mat. Namaste. Tawny Janae.